Right, so today we're in a park close to me, and we're doing this trail and it heads down into the main park. I've got the second place on Strava, so part of my training I'm trying to work up to KOMs. So it's not a very techy trail, but it's quite hard to get fast, especially this first bit. You've got a lot of silly roots and stuff that kicks you up, and especially this sort of bottom section. It's a really tight corner onto a concrete road, and then you got to cross over, which is really hard to get fast, especially when it's wet. So hopefully this will give us a good chance to try and get a good time. So I'll take you for a warm-up lap, show you the trail, and then we can work on, and I'll tell you how I would look at line choice and stuff, and hopefully give you some fun just to get myself warmed up and show you the trail, get an idea of what we're riding. So just take it really easy, dropping it in section onto the crossover, round the corner, down here, down the techie bit. That's the trail. So that was a pretty decent first run. So we'll go back up, look at some lines, look at the faster ways, and some mistakes that you can make while doing this trail. And I need that so I can see where the start finish point is. So we'll go for a second run, a wee bit faster. I had to take the long way there because that guy was there, and with all this lockdown stuff, just keeping myself safe. But that'll give you an idea to look at start finish points, and we'll go up and analyse that. Quite good to train on. You've got to climb up, and yeah, you could walk it, but it kind of gives you the opportunity to do a sort of low effort climb, which is really good for training, because during cross country this is sort of the effort that you do in some sections, so it gives you a good baseline to where you're at and keeps your legs going after doing an effort like that. You've got no berms, so it's all technique through flat corners and stuff that you've really got to work with your technique, trust your tyres and get off the brakes, especially at this section, so that it's actually fast and you're not just relying on a berm catching you or a rut or something like that. So I'll analyse this first section and show you. This is the segment we're looking at, and the guy on the KOM, you can't see it, but it's 8 seconds and I'm at 12, and I don't know how realistic a time this actually is, because I can't honestly see it possible to do this in 8 seconds, but if you did, fair enough. So this is good because it shows me the start and finish point of the trail. So I go onto the trail that I'm looking at, and there we go, it shows me exactly where the trail starts and where it finishes, and this is great because it allows me that on the road section at the start I can really push to get my speed high, so that I can carry and float through here. I know exactly where it finishes, so that I'm not pushing past where I need to, and it just makes it a lot more effective. So we're going to look at this first section and talk through line choice. So line choice is a really important part of this trail, because as you can see, you come in off the road and you've got a flat corner. Flat corners are a pain because you've really got to watch your technique, because it's really loose with small bits of rock and like twigs and stuff that your tyres can easily slide out on. Stuff like this, stuff that can just catch you if you're not focused. You get to this point and there's loads of lines. There's this inside line, which is quite sketchy because it's off camber and there's some big rocks and stuff, and you've got this sort of middle line and an outside line. You want to stick with the inside line because it's the fastest, and sets you up the best for the next part that you can get round and through. So as I was saying, someone was talking to me, you want to catch this inside line, and you want to avoid this because that's one that's squint, so it can catch it out, and it's a really awkward angle to try and do much with, to try and hop it and stuff. You can mess it up. So you want to go right through the middle, right over here, through here, and it sets you up quite nice for you to get a nice high line, so stick as left as you can to catch it for this middle section. Instead of starting off the road, the flat corner, catch it around. And I'll replay that in slow motion so you can really see how I cut around that, straight across, leaning the bike in, but keeping my body neutral, which allows the tyres to grip on the side without sliding out. And that was pretty fast, and it gives me a good start for the rest of the trail. We're going to work on the middle section, the crossover bit, which again is one of the most important bits of the trail. So end. So analyse this bit next. Really lucky because the ground is so dry that we've got so much grip. So we want to be cutting through here because we're following that line there. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we want to be cutting really wide so it sets us up nice and wide for this bit to get the best line into the last bit, which is where you want to make up any time that you lose either on here or down here. And I mean, you could easily follow it out and just carry on here, but it's taking you a lot tighter and you've got less turning room, which means you've got to brake a lot more, which could equal you to slide out, or it just means that you're going into the last bit a lot slower and you've not got good a line to set you up on. Both lines, I'm going to show you the fast line and I'll show you the slow line of following the main track, and you'll be able to see how much more I've got to brake to make the corner and not go off the edge at the other side, and then how much faster, how much more speed I can carry through with the fast line about cutting the corner. Just so that you can see that I'm going in from the same place every time, and I'll just roll into it so that the speed's the same. And we'll do the slow line first and show you how much more I've got to brake. So I'm not going to pedal, I'm just going to roll into it. I'll have to brake here to get in to make it to go down there, and then we'll go back up into the fast line. Brake, not a lot, but a lot more, and it slowed me down a lot into that second section. You'd have to sprint, and if this was a part of an enduro stage, you're going to be quite tired going into it, that you want to save sprints for when you really need them. So just making line choice can save you a lot of effort. Then we'll do the fast line, rolling from the same place, and show you how much more speed I'm able to carry into the corner. Pedaling, and we'll do the fast line and show you speed difference. So cutting in, and I didn't use my brakes through that section, and it opened up this corner a lot more to me because you've not got much space to get in. And now we'll analyse this part of the trail. Another sort of technical part. So as you can see, I cut right down the middle here and cut onto it here, which really opened up this corner for me to allow me to get a lot more speed in. There's a lot of lines you could take. You could hop up onto here and get it in because you're wanting to get as wide into this steep bit as you can to give you time to spot lines and stuff, or you can take it a lot tighter, but that means that you've got to do a lot more turning, which means you've got to brake, slows you down a lot more, and there's a lot more room for error. So I'll show you both lines again, a fast line and a slow line, and you'll be able to see the difference between braking and how much I'm more able to stay off the brakes of taking a fast line. I'm just using this because it's all nettles in there that you don't really want to be starting on. And we'll do the slow line first again, and you'll see I'll have to brake a lot more to make the corner, and it'll be a lot slower. Right, so we're going to go for the slow line, and I'll show you what that looks like and how much I've got to brake to make it. Going in, making it really tight, having to brake. So obviously I was really slow into it because I had to brake a lot more to make the corner open because I was too tight to that tree to get a clean line into the steep bit. So we'll go up and we'll do... So my GoPro very kindly decided to shut down on me. So I was saying something along the lines of it's hard to make that corner open. So this time we'll do it again. We'll take the fast line in and I'll show you how much more speed we're able to carry into this corner by opening up a lot more and be able to get off the brakes faster, and which means that if this was a lot wetter or the conditions weren't as good as this, it means there's a lot less room for error by focusing a lot more and just getting a cleaner line. Open it up a lot more. Which opened up the corner and allowed me to go 10 times faster through that. It gave me a lot more extra speed to go over that finish line trail. Last part of the trail, the steep bit, 3 lines again. There's a kicker line, main line and a left line. They're all pretty much the same. You wouldn't really want to take that one because you're landing into a banking and it's all really loose hazelnuts and stuff like that you don't want to be catching. So as I was saying, you don't really want to be taking that kicker line because it's a really sketchy landing. So your fastest line's the main line because that one takes you into a sort of bomb hole and it's quite sketchy. Same for this top bit. If you were coming in here, you're trying to take another off-camber line onto gravel and you're already turning here, so it's going to be really sketchy to make the turn, whereas you just got a nice flat main line in. So I'll do this sketchy off-camber one, show you how much slower it is with the corner and the main line. How hard it is to set up for. So pedal stroke in and that so much. So it's a lot slower to try and set up, and you've got that fear that the gravel could give way under you, which is not what you want going into a steep bit, because it's going to hurt, and especially landing on gravel. So back up and do the fast line, same one pedal stroke in from the start point, and then we'll do the fast line. Stroke in and then fast line. So that was a lot less fear for me, as I knew that it was a lot flatter and I could lean the bike in more and rely on catching. Now it's time to link all these parts together. I don't know if we're going to get a KO in because this 8 seconds seems really unrealistic. So up to the top, back up to the road, link all these parts together, and it's really important to remember like wee cheat lines and stuff through a trail, because you don't need to remember the whole trail. Like, you don't need to remember that there's a twig there or something really simple. Just cheat lines like remembering to take this corner to the following main line, leaning the bike in at the top section and the lines you're going to take, and you should be able to link it all together and create a fast run. So we'll go up to the top and link all this together and see how it goes. Another important factor is gear choice. You want your gears to be in a good gear so that you're not worrying about changing gears and you can just focus on remembering. So we're going to go for it and see how our first run goes. And nice and fast, really fast with it. The brakes a bit, and this bit, and that's how out. That was all the parts linked together to create my first race run. And then generally in an enduro you'll have 2 race runs, so we'll go back up for our second 2. Just breaking a bit. That's better. Kept my lines a lot more and felt a lot smoother. The first one was out of control, but I just felt a lot nicer. So now we look at the times and see what we're at, because I just did a max sprint effort up a climb. especially a 29er enduro bike. Lots of travel, doesn't make it easy in the slightest to do anything like that, but very good to push yourself on a harder bike than just getting on a road bike and sprinting it, because it's obviously going to be a lot easier. So time to stop, have a look at the times that we got, and I'll get a drink. Strava, I didn't record one of my race runs, but I got one of them which was 12 seconds, which matches my other personal best, so good, happy with that. 26 mile an hour, 20.6 mile an hour average speed, so that's fine, and second overall. Wine choice and analysis video over. I'd love to know what you think of the video, of the more coaching sided sort of videos. If you want to see more of them, like the video, give me a comment, let me know what you think of it, what could be better, what I could change, and think of another video like this if you want to see them.